Hello, everyone, and welcome to Resurrection Cup 2026. Today we have a match between seed 13 and the seed 20 of our tournament. And my name is Bernie. I'm joined alongside Blank Tap. Blank Tap, how are you doing, buddy?
I am doing quite well, quite excited definitely for this match. The seed difference isn't too big, and especially with a star rating, relatively low to the caliber of the players that we have here. It's going to be a bit of a flatbed. It might just be an FC or die situation for both of these teams. Definitely excited to see how the consistency will fare between these two sides.
Yes, indeed. We have some very interesting teams here. We have the 6-7 team here, Team Rose here, with some players who are actually the current 4WC champions from 2025. We have Batball, Toki, RNG, and Indiana. They are part of that current 4WC roster that won last year. And on the other hand, you have some noticeable names here as well. You have Trumpetino, Aleph as well here. They both played for their respective countries in the OSU World Cup. Very good, very consistent tournament players as well. But I am very excited to see some of these teams. They do have similarities in terms of skill sets, but I think that the 6-7 squad here does have some type of advantage here in some of those skill sets. But we're gonna have to wait and see here for the bans. Blank Tap, how are you feeling about these teams?
Okay, for the bands, I think this is really up in the air for both sides with these kinds of maps. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. If you gave me a dart to throw at the board, I probably will not be hitting anything. So your guess is probably as good as mine with the bands, and it is only one band, right? Am I seeing this correctly?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, we're gonna have the first ban coming in from Team Sorry mrneasel, if I'm not mistaken. We're just waiting here for these rolls. Oh, we're still waiting for the ban order. But speaking of some of these teams, both of these teams, like I mentioned, they are very good in all kinds of skill sets. They have a very good all-rounder kind of team. You have some players here to mention. Like I mentioned, in Sorry mrneasel, you have Trumpetino and Aleph. They're more specialized in terms of tapping and high BPM, as well as Puyu, for example, on the side of the 6-7 team. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm so sorry, but on the side of that team, you have some very interesting players like Insert and Batball as well. They're more they're more proficient in terms of low AR and hidden as well. But they also have Indiana and Toki, and they are also good in DT and high BPM and also tapping. And first ban from the 6-7 squad is gonna be your Hard Rock 1. Second ban coming in, and it's going to be the Hidden 2, which is interesting actually for the team. Sorry, mrneasel. It does make sense, but yeah, they as a team overall they're weaker on the hidden side, so it makes sense that they are banning out that Hidden 2 as well as that low AR, the AR 7.5, if I'm not mistaken. And first pick, it is going to be the No Mod 5.
All right, going straight with the other low AR, it seems. I suppose it is quite different in the sense that it is no mod. Definitely going to be quite interesting. It is a YFBMP map. The note says it is bus slider reading, and looking at the lineup for the set of rows, Insert, Batball, they're pretty good on these kinds of maps, that's for sure. The third player is up in the air though, not too familiar with. Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting call nonetheless though. Hit to ban. Hit to ban into No Mod 5 pick.
Yeah,
They're just gonna, keep the pressure up, I suppose, with the lawyer.
Yeah, this map is going to be your no mod reading kind of map. It's going to be AR8, and it's more focused on buzz sliders and reading as well. So we're going to have to wait and see what is going to come up of this map. But also, I want to give a special shout out to the graphic designers here who cooked really hard with this overlay, by the way. So shout outs to them. This overlay looks amazing. As we wait here for our No Mod 5 picked by the Rose side. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what is gonna come up. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Maybe there's some technical difficulties of some sort.
We do see Puyu and Aleph in the lobby. Third player, my bet is on Trapattino. Never mind, it's on Silria. Trapattino is a very decent, easy player. But I suppose not comfortable enough for this number 5. Silria will be coming in instead.
Yes, indeed. We're gonna have to wait for the map to start. And here we go. We're gonna start our first map of Resurrection Cup, and it's gonna be your No Mod 5. We have Batball, insert RNG on the side of the Rose side of Iris. You have Puyu, Aleph, and Silryu.
Starting off not too much different, but the accuracy already showing a bit of comparability in the side of Rose. Nonetheless, not much combo has been traded. Still looking pretty good, but as the song builds up, it's about to get real dicey as we go into the very first round.
Yeah, we're already starting, and Puyu fighting the first break for the side of Team Iris as well. So now it's going to give a combo advantage on the side of on the Rose side here. And yeah, it's only a 40k difference, but there goes Aleph as well. Now that 40k is increasing for the Rose side.
And it is just not getting any better. Instant does find the miss, but Batball is still holding on so strong. But there's finally no more FC. It's a 130k difference. It is still comebackable, but you know, if the other side is struggling, you gotta imagine what is going on inside of Iris. Aleph, however, still making it possible.
Yeah, we're already halfway through the map. There's 115,000 score difference for the Rose side. And it's still very much comebackable to the Iris side. But Aleph does need to hold on to that combo that he has. There's not really... The combos are very similar in the Rose side. But Aleph, being the star here for Iris, holding on to the bigger combo. And he does need to hold on. Puyu finding a break, but it's still comebackable for Iris. We're going to enter this next Ki here. Aleph is still holding on, but so is Insert, RNG, and Batball on the Rose side. Let's see how it goes. We're going to enter Insert, finding a break as well as Puyu, and Aleph is still holding on to that combo. There's only combos on the side of Batball and RNG. There goes RNG, but there goes Aleph as well, and there's only a big combo on the side of Batball.
This is definitely a bit of a disastrous situation for the Iris side, and Batball, but cataclysmic kind of performance currently. Just, I think it was slider break still on that section. It is a boss slider low AR reading map after all, but you know what, second time's the charm, he gets it done, and Rose side will be getting their first point. It was a 4 miss actually, but 98% is quite good.
Very good performance from both teams, but the Rose side here taking a bit of a gap here and taking the first point, taking their own point actually. So very good, very well played for them. And now Iris side here, sorry Mr. Neasel, it's going to be their pick. And I'm not too sure what they could really go for here. Maybe they could go for some of those high AR, high BPM kind of picks, maybe some tapping as well, taking advantage of those players like Aleph and Trumpetino, as well as Aiko, for example.
Yeah, I think Iris likes to just keep it stupid and simple. They just want the most straightforward map, beat them in a clean fashion, just pure mechanics at its finest. And I really do agree with your idea there. I definitely think that is their most optimal play currently, especially as an opening pick. But, you know, I'm not the one playing. We shall see what they're gonna pick soon enough. Definitely taking their time, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely taking their time. They're thinking about what to do. But I could see them maybe going for that Nomad too. The 244 BPM bursts here could really go to their advantage. But also the DT2, for example, they also have some advantage on the speedier kind of picks. So that's and yeah, exactly. That it's gonna be your Nomad 2, and we're going with 244 BPM bursts.
Oh boy, here we go. It's gonna be quite fun to say the least. It's not gonna be the longest off map, that's for sure. 2 minutes and 31 seconds, but will it be enough? Every single miss would matter for this map in particular as well. It's combo dense and kind of just, I don't know, you can easily get like, I don't know, 500 combo and still get like 300k just because of the amount of burst in this map.
Indeed, yeah, this map is gonna test your burst speed as well. 244 BPM is more accessible than ever nowadays, but still it can be very stamina draining as well, mainly because of those bursts. But we're gonna have to wait and see how these players will fare out against this 244 BPM gauntlet of a map. And yeah, we're gonna be seeing, I'm pretty sure for the side of for the Iris side, sorry, there's gonna be mainly it's gonna be Trumpetino and Alf. That's gonna be like set in stone, but I'm not too sure about their third player. It's gonna be either Aiko or Puyu, maybe for them. On the side of Rose, however, they do have some tapping players like Toki and Indiana, but I'm not too sure about their third player, however. But yeah, those are my predictions for these teams. We're going to get started in a few moments with our Nomad 2. It's 1-0 on the Rose side, and we're going to see if the Iris side can convert their pick and make it into a point. And there we go. Toki, Indiana, and Batball on the Rose side. And it is going to be Aleph, Trumpetino, and Aiko on the Iris side. And here we go. We're going to get started.
It's just clean, nicely put, just mechanics all around this map. There's no tricks. It's just you, the circle, and some bursts. These players currently enjoying it, that's for sure. Still, with the 5 FC on the board, Trumpetino with the early break in the beginning, but the difference is negligible.
Yeah, there was an early break from Trumpetino, but yeah, the difference is not really worth mentioning, honestly. But you do see Toki and Batball still holding on to those SSs, as well as Aleph and Aiko on the Iris side. But yeah, it's just very neck and neck as we exit the first quarter of the map. As you can see, this map is very dense in these 244 BPM bursts, and no one seems to take a break, and no one seems to want to, you know, just find a miss or anything, honestly.
A bit of a deadlock situation, that's for sure. It's balancing on a nice edge, but who will tip the scale? To a 3v2 and a 2.9 FC situation currently between these two sides. One misses all decks, that's all that they need to throw this point away. 10k difference. They have an
yeah,
Iris, can they keep it sharp?
Yeah, the Iris side still has Aiko on that SS. It's the only SS in the entire lobby, and that's really making the difference here. This accuracy is making a difference. And there goes Indiana finding first break, and that is going to be an advantage, a monstrous advantage to the side of the Iris side right now. 100k and still going. Aiko still holding on to that SS. That is an amazing score already from Aiko. And there goes Batball as well, finding a break. Only FC right now is Toki on the Rose side. Another break from Indiana, and that settled this map in stone. And Aiko finally dropping the SS as well, but there's still 2 FCs on the side of Team Iris. Trumpetino did find a break early on. And there we go. That is going to be a very good score, a very good team score from the Iris side.
It's gonna be a triple FC, man. Like, it's basically a triple FC at this point.
Yeah,
And yeah, Iris just starting out beautifully, Bernie.
Yeah. Yeah, Iris side did an amazing job on this map. Aiko finding the an act drop, but was holding the SS for majority of this map, and Aleph also with a very good score, as well as Trumpetino, a very good team score for the Iris side. And now the Rose side will have to see what they will do here on their next pick.
What do you think? What are they gonna go for? I mean, there's no more low AR, no more reading map. I suppose, like, what control map do you think they're gonna tend to gravitate towards to?
I mean, look, there's still some reading in the free mod too. It is going to be the anti-mod, but that means someone will have to play precision, and some of the players are not very good with precision, especially on the Rose side. But it is going to be Hidden One actually that they're going to pick. Interesting stuff. All right, Hidden One. It is going to be a custom map as well. It's going to be Flames Within These Black Feathers by Foreground Eclipse, mapped by Okoyayu. I'm sorry, I butchered that name so hard. But it is going to be your Hidden One, 7.01 stars, and it's very, very evil aim stuff here.
Yeah, then this pick makes quite a bit of sense as well if you look on the other side. I mean, player like Ala, player like Puyo, definitely very good on the hidden, but who's the third slot? You know, it's gonna be a bit of a difficult situation here for Iris. I mean, looking even before at number 5, they're a third player gapped on the gimmick. So hoping to see a bit of a solution in this Hidden One. Definitely not as, not as, or what's the word? Extreme, I guess, in the skill set. Not as niche, but still, it could be a problem.
It could definitely be a problem. I'm looking at some of the players on the Rose side. You do have RNG, who's very good at hitting one of their main skill sets, but you still have some other players here that it's not really their biggest skill set. You have Toki and Indiana. Those can be really counted out for this one. So my guess for this would be RNG, Insert, and Batball going in for the Rose side. On the Iris side, however, none of these players are very good in the hidden, mainly because they did ban the hidden too. So maybe they're not really good on the low AR and on the reading with hidden as well. So I'm not too sure what their team composition could be, but no matter what, we're going to find out in just a few moments. Hidden One is going to be starting yet again a custom map here at the Resurrection Cup.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Aleph, Silvio, and Trumpetino 69. Oh my god, okay. You know what? I suppose it's not gonna be Puyo. My bad. But on the other side, Insert Arjun Toki, the aim players, that's for sure for Rose in the hidden side of things, so definitely textbook for them. Starting off though, these angles, these kind of wiggles in the stream, that could be a catalyst for something catastrophic.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and yeah, I did predict that Insert and Batball would be for this map, but apparently it is Toki that is going to be joining them. But it is interesting to see. But here we go. We're going to start the first Ki here, and everyone's still holding on to their respective FCs. A slight accuracy difference in favor of the Rose side, but nothing too crazy. It's only a 10k lead, so it could drop at any moment now. And yeah, these aim patterns here are very evil, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen. And there's Silryu finding the first break on the Iris side, and there goes Trumpetino as well. And the Rose side is still holding on to 3 FCs.
Must be something that they plan for here. I mean, these guys are extremely consistent, and one small mistake is all it takes. I mean, Silvia, I mean, look at Trumpetino as well. Their accuracy is absolutely gorgeous, but the one slip up and it is looking very uncomebackable as Aleph once again scrounges up for any kind of opportunity with his FC, keeping it alive, keeping it flourishing, but he needs some help.
Yeah, as we enter the second Ki here, Aleph is doing the best he can to keep the Iris side still in the running, but what can you do against 3 FC still going on the Rose side? Aleph still holding on for the Iris side, but Trumpetino and Silri are finding a lot of difficulties here in this map, but you see RNG, Toki, Insert still holding on to their respective FCs with very, very good accuracy. Shoutouts to Insert specifically holding on to a 99.8% accuracy, but all these players are holding on to very, very good accuracies. There goes another break by Trumpetino, and a 570,000 score difference separates these two teams, and it's looking more and more impossible to come back from this blank tap.
Iron showing a sign of weakness, but going into the big star. Aleph holds on, but RNG lives alongside him. 600,000 score difference. A triple 700,000 score performance from the side of Rose is absolutely immaculate. And I mean, there's nothing much you can really do at this point other than to say so sloppy, I guess, because this is just crazy. These consistency are definitely out of this world, for me.
Yeah, RNG putting on a performance of a lifetime in this hit and one. Insert and Toki as well did their best, but unfortunately they did find some misses. And there we go, another point for the Rose side. Everyone's still winning their picks so far, blank tap, but a very good performance from RNG as well as Aleph, by the way. Aleph also finding the FC. What a great performance from him as well. Unfortunately, Trumpetino and Silryu couldn't really keep up with Aleph on this hit and one.
A bit of a shame there, but this is not their pick, and it's about to be their turn at the gaming console. It's time for their second, and I mean, like, what? It is open for them. I do think that's a very obvious direction they could go into. Indeed. Let's see.
Yeah, for the Iris side, yeah, they do have the DT still open. That is going to be also their main skill set as well. They have the DT2, which is 231 BPM stamina. But any of the DTs, however, I feel like it could be good for them. But I'm not too sure what they could go for here, blank tap. But my guess would be DT2. And yeah, yes, these players, especially on the Iris side, they're more prevalent in terms of the tapping and the high BPM skill sets. And there we go. Like I predicted, yeah, it's going to be your DT2, 231 BPM stamina check, 7.19 stars, love bomb. And it is a fairly short map. It is going to be one of the shortest maps in the entire pool, at clocking it at 2 minutes. Minute 59 if you want to be precise, but 2 minutes of stamina check, and yeah, there we go. It is going to be It's going to be interesting to see how the Rose side will handle this as well. They do have some tapping players as well. They do have Indiana, for example. It's going to be a mainstay here for this map, but besides that, I don't really see any players here that could really go against this stamina check, this 231 BPM stamina check. But Indiana definitely is going to be one of them. But Trumpetino, Aleph on the Iris side are going to be definitely playing this one for the Iris side, as well as Puyu. Puyu is also a very good tapping player as well, and also high BPM streams. So maybe Trumpetino, Aleph, and Puyu will be the roster for this Iris side. On the Rose side, however, I'm not too sure. I'm not very familiar with some of these players, besides the notes that I have. But Indiana will definitely be in this roster for the Rose side. But we're gonna have to wait and see what these two teams will do. And yeah, let's go. I think we're gonna get started in just a few moments with our DT2 picked by the Iris side. Again, very short map, 1 minute 59, 231 BPM. So accuracy will matter a lot, as well as misses. If you find a miss, maybe it's going to be game over for any of these teams. And yeah, Love Bomb mapped by Selena. It is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get started in just a few moments. Here we go. We're gonna get started. We have Indiana as well as Batball and Tokyo on the Rose side. Iris side, there's Aiko, Trumpetino, and Aleph for their team. And everyone seems to be holding on to their respective full combos. A slight ACK advantage for the Iris side, however, but nothing too concerning. We're gonna enter the first Ki here, and you can see here there's both teams are actually very neck and neck in terms of accuracy and combo. Everyone's still full comboing this map, by the way, but this could still go to either side, and right now a very small advantage to the Iris side. These accuracies are very similar. It's only 2k, now 10k apparently, going to the Rose side, but it could still go either way. Everyone is still FCing, by the way. I'm not too sure what's going on. Okay, we're halfway through the map. Again, this map is very, very short, and everyone is still FCing. No signs of stopping from any of these players, and they're still going with the 5-way FC, 6-way FC. I mean, sorry. Everyone's still going. Blank tap. What is going on?
It's a 17,000 score difference in between these two sides. It is DT to Love Bomb. Like, holy moly, this is textbook. Fast stream, like farm, dropping some 100 set instead of Iris, making the difference to only 20k. But now the last section, the flow is about to get real dicey. Can they hold on that one with the massive accuracy drop currently? It's an 8k difference, Bernie. Still going on. There's only a fraction of the map remaining, and there is the miss, Bernie.
Hey, Batball does find a break at the final moments of the map, and that's going to be a point for Team Iris. This map was neck and neck throughout the entirety of it, and here in the final moments, Batball for the Rose side finding a break, and now the accuracy doesn't even matter, and it's going to be a point for the Iris side. 300,000 score difference between these teams, I mean. And what an unfortunate miss from Batball. Everyone did amazing in this map, but Batball unfortunately finding those two misses, and that's going to give a point to the Iris side.
Oh boy, I mean, you gotta feel Team defeat bad. Definitely when the other 5 players have seen. I mean, this is the tough situation, the tough scenarios you find yourself in often in run of 32 mapples. It's just FC, or you just kind of be you're just going to be left out. It's kind of crazy that how good these players are that you can be expected to FC a 7.2 speed stamina. Like map, this is just insane.
Yeah. There was a 5-way FC here in this DT2, and the point did go for the Iris side, and now the next pick is going to be on the Rose side. And again, like I mentioned previously, they still have that free mod 2 open, and there we go. Yeah, free mod 2. It is going to be the next pick for the Rose side, and this is going to be your typical anti-mod alt kind of map. It is going to be CS5 AR8. So for players playing with Hard Rock, it is you have to deal with CS 6.5. Players playing with Hidden, you're gonna have to deal with AR8 with Hidden on top. And yeah, I'm not too sure about the easy multipliers. However, I'm pretty sure there is easy multipliers if anyone can inform me on those.
Actually don't know much about it's everything I was saying. You always ask the same question about the easy.
Apparently the easy multiplier for this map is going to be 1.8x. So
interesting.
There we go.
Well, I remember this map actually in particular. Now that I look closer in the background and the song title, this map is gonna be a bit of a, how do I say it, a bit of a tricky control map. There's some alt, as you said, but some 1/6, funnily enough, so very, very dense map on the Hidden. The flow is gonna be extremely tricky, and for Hard Rock, it might be an accuracy hell. For the Nomad players, I mean, they're Nomad players, you know, not really too oppressed with the forced. Actually, is this forced mod or like?
Yes, it is indeed forced mod. So there needs to be there needs to be a player with Hidden and Hard Rock, and then the third player will need to be either Hidden, Hard Rock, Flashlight, or Easy, or a combination. And yeah, so there's not going to be any no mods, so none of these players are safe here.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, these gladiators have to choose a path forward. Both treacherous, and both might go and just make you mess in the middle for no reason. But there is a path that they have to take, and looking at the roster here, or at least the people in the lobby, I mean, we have Insert definitely going to be the Hidden guy, RNG. Bit debatable, but he's definitely leaning on Hard Rock. Never mind, he wants Hidden on this map. Alright, on the other side though, oh my days. Aleph on Hidden, Puyo on Hard Rock, Trumpetino on the combination, and Toki on the Hard Rock to round things out, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna see 2 Hidden versus 2 Hard Rock.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we have all the players here. We're starting out the free mod 2, and this makes sense for the Rose side to pick. Puyo finding the first break on the Iris side, but nothing too concerning. However, this map is also fairly short. It's also 1:59 seconds. So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what these players will do. Aleph finding a break as well on the Iris side, but there's still 3 full combos on the Rose side, so very good stuff from them.
Indeed, just keeping this very much alive. Trying to kind of clap back with their own 3-way, it seems, after the DT2 incident. But Trumpetino still keeping things nice and cozy, or at least as cozy as you can get for Team Iris. Looking so good on the accuracy alongside Puyo, but it's the combo that matters currently, and they have none that could contest with Roses.
Yes, indeed, and we're already entering the last third of this map, and Rose side here has a very good 340,000 score advantage. Trumpetino finding a break, as well as Puyo, and I think it's safe to say with 2 FCs from RNG and Toki that this map is already set in stone for the Rose side. What a great performance from these 2 players. Insert as well, finding some breaks during the map, but still, very good performance on the Rose side, and this pick made a lot of sense for them.
The double FC to close things out is absolutely splendid. Rose did it again, and they will take the 3rd point. Back to the serve Iris.
Yes, indeed, and these teams have won all of their picks. There hasn't been a single breakpoint still. So interesting stuff from these teams. None of them can seem to find a break here. They're all winning their respective points, but this is a good thing. It makes up for an even closer match, Blank Tap, and it's much more entertaining to watch, in my opinion. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, come on now. Don't threaten me with a good time. We all love tiebreakers here. It doesn't matter who loses in the game. I mean, what we want to deliver is the victory for the audience. You know, the audience must be entertained, and the audience will be witnessing DT1 coming from Iris. This is gonna be. They are definitely drifting away from the pure tapping onto the aim is seeping in, but they don't really have a choice. They are definitely running out of choice, like maps that is pure speed. But you know what, this DT1 will do, I think.
Indeed, yeah, they do have some good high AR players on the Iris side. They do have Aiko being their main high AR players, so definitely going to be a stay here for this one. However, they also have, you know, like I mentioned again, Trumpetino and Aleph. They're also very good on these DT picks. So, excuse me. They're probably going to be mainstays here for this one. However, on the side, on the Rose side, there's still also some players. You have Toki, for example, who is also very good in DT as well as Indiana. So those players are mainly going to be used for these DT picks. But we're going to have to wait and see here what the team compositions will be for this DT1 7.29 stars, AR 10.3, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be more based on drum and bass. So there's going to be some bursts at 263 BPM, and it's going to be a fun one to watch. Also a fairly short map as well, so around 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So again, accuracy matters and misses matter a lot in these kinds of picks because they're such short maps that combo can just roll in. And yeah, let's see how it goes for both of these teams.
Indeed. I think the referee is asking where the players are. Hopefully they'll come in soon enough. What are we thinking here? Are we gonna see the same roster for this one? I mean, I kind of doubt so. It is DT1 after all, but like,
Yeah, that
I mean, my
definitely
guess
for. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. My guess definitely probably like Silvio and LFL and Nico. Maybe. I don't know. What about you though?
Yeah, definitely for the Iris side, I'm definitely betting on Trumpetino, Aleph, and Aiko. On the Rose side, however, you're probably gonna see Indiana and Toki. I'm not too sure about their third, however. And it's going to be Batball as their third for the Rose side. But yeah, like I predicted, Aleph, Trumpetino, Aiko on the Iris side. And here we go. We're going to start with the DT1. And as you can see, the drum and bass is drumming and it is bassing.
I was starting off absolutely humongous, Bernie. Iris ventured and gained, but there's the take once more, and now it's no longer looking good. It is quite heavy as we are seeing Toki and Trumpetino fight it off in a 1v1. Aiko and Aleph trying to hold off Indian and Batball in their advance, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a long map. Every combo battle, every play will be impactful for me.
Yeah, this is not a long map like you mentioned, but there goes Trumpetino, actually, the only FC remaining on the Iris side, and now it is Toki carrying the Rose side to this advantage that they have. 106,000 score difference separates both of these teams, and Toki still holding on to that FC. Indiana and Batball are holding on to those recovery combos as well. On the side of Iris, however, Aleph having the bigger combo, but Toki here being the star of this entire lobby, still holding on to that FC.
Bit of a slow burn as we are once again marching towards the second guy, but these jumps definitely a bit of silent killers. Indiana finds another miss. It's a 280k difference. If we see a Toki mistake inside of Rose, it is possible, but Trampotino needed to hold that combo for much more longer.
Yeah, unfortunately, Trumpetino finding a lot of breaks here. Aleph and Aiko are doing the best they can here for the Iris side, but Toki here sealing the shell, still holding on to this FC with very good 98.99% accuracy, basically 99% accuracy. So, yeah, and there's a good recovery combo as well from Batball. Indiana did find a break earlier on, but I think that we can maybe call this map over because Toki is still holding on to that FC. Batball has a good recovery and a good backup combo for Toki. Aleph and Aiko doing the best they can here for the Iris side, but I think that the Rose side did it. They finally managed to steal a point, and they finally managed to have a break point on their side, and Rose side right now is on match point.
This is tough, that's for sure, because this is going to be Rose's last pick, and I think they're not going to waste it. What else is there? I mean, Hidden is no longer open, right? Hidden 1 has been picked, Hidden 2 is banned. So what else is there? I suppose something like Free Mod 1 will be their next venture. Awkward aim, high BPM. You know, you got the best of both worlds. They won Hidden 1. They kind of went quite wild, but Hard Rock is definitely something to be contested. But what do you say?
Yeah, definitely that Free Mod 1 does look good in favor of the Rose side, but you never know. It could be a very coin toss kind of pick here, but I'm not too sure what else they could pick here. They already got rid of all of their picks, their better picks. I mean, there's no more reading in the pool. There's no more low AR in the pool. So I'm not too sure what they could go for here, Blank Tap. I'm very much not sure. I'm not too sure if they want to go to the Hard Rock pool. You still have those. Yes, you still have the Hard Rock 2. Actually, still they don't really have the Hard Rock 1 because that was banned. But yeah, I think the only pick that they have here that makes sense, it is going to be that Free Mod 1. They also have the Free Mod 3, but that is going to be more stream favored, and I'm not too sure how the Rose side is feeling on those 185 BPM streams, especially with the free mod, and one of the players has to play with Hard Rock, so I'm not too sure here. Free mod 1 is what makes the most sense in my opinion.
Boy, I mean, can only guess. But, oh my god, ding ding ding, survey says it's gonna be Free Mod 1. They should really stop stream sniping here.
Indeed, it is gonna be the Free Mod 1 like we predicted, and it does mix that awkward aim, but also has some high BPM elements, so maybe for... You know, Rose side did win that Hidden 1, which was also very awkward aim, but I'm not too sure how those players are going to fare out with Hard Rock on top, but we're going to have to wait and see how it goes. And also, we do have, if I'm not mistaken, another match happening at the same time as this one, if I'm not mistaken, but that is going to be on the B stream, and we have plenty of matches still to go with today, so yeah, stay tuned for those, and yeah.
But before that, ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely gonna be reaching our conclusions sooner or later for this match in particular. So, stay here a tiny bit, just a bit more, and then
Yeah.
you guys can have fun with the other match.
Exactly. Yeah. This is match point for the bros side here, but I mean, if Iris does want to have a chance to go to tiebreaker, force tiebreaker, they're gonna have to win this pick by the Rose side, and they're gonna have to win their next pick, and then we can go to tiebreaker. But I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see what these teams will do. Both of these teams are still deciding on their rosters, but yeah. Also, a bit of a correction. The other match that's happening right now, it is not streamed, so correction for that. Yeah. But we're gonna have to wait and see how it's gonna go with these other matches that are going to be happening right now. There's going to be 3 matches happening at 15 UTC. So let's see how it goes. But right now, let's focus on this match at hand. It is 4-2. Rose side is on match point. They have a chance here to close this out and move on to the next round of the winner's bracket and put the Iris side down to the loser's bracket. But let's see how it goes. We're going to get started with our free mod 1. And let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely gonna be quite tricky, as we are going to see once again. Actually, no, never mind. It is gonna be 2 hidden versus 2 hidden. Puyo finding a slider break on the slow section could have been a massive advantage to start ourselves off against Toki. But for now, it is all on the hidden players.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, all on those hidden players. Toki did find a break earlier on, but finding a good recovery so far. Still Ryu and Aleph doing their best here to hold on to these respective full combos. So right now, the score is on the side of Team of the Rose side, but not by a lot. So any mistakes that they do here are still gonna matter a lot. And there's a lot of act drops, especially from RNG right now, finding a lot of act drops here on these sliders. But they still have the advantage. As small as it is, they still have the advantage. And we're gonna enter this first Ki here, and this still on the side of Rose. And Aleph and Silrio are still holding on to their full combos, but Puyu still trying to recover. But there goes a break from Puyu. That is not what you want to see here. Very unfortunate blank tap.
There's no reply in the side of Rose, leaving their call unanswered. And it's just about to get real dicey for them to come back. This is going to be very, very, very difficult. But not impossible, as they are still holding a double FC. Anything can still happen, and I believe that it could indeed happen here.
Yeah, this still could go to either side. The combos are very similar as we enter the second Ki. Puyu finding another break. And right now the advantage will be on the side of Rose as Puyu find another break. Still Ryu and Aleph are doing the best they can for their team, but Insert actually finding a break, so now everything is kind of neck and neck here. There's still 2 FCs on both sides. There's low combos on both sides as well, but I'm not too sure. There's only a third of the map left here. And this could still go to either side if either RNG or Toki, Silryu or Aleph find breaks. This could really, settle this map. But there's still a quarter left to go, so we're gonna have to wait and see.
part now. Instead finding the miss, it's
Wait.
fine. It wins back to the same virus, but it is all still pressure upon pressure. Oh, on all 4 of our hidden players. Will you find the miss? It's a 2v2 currently going to the last section. 1 miss, 1 slided back, 1 mistake, 1 blunder. It's all it takes, and that will come from Stereo. Toki and RNG holding on, no misses whatsoever, looking ever so comfortable. Toki holding the miss, but is there time? Puyo trades it out. I don't think that it is comebackable. And now we're finding a slider break from Narnia. RNG does not believe in luck. Oh my god.
What an amazing performance by both of these teams. Iris, for a moment there, looked like they have had a shot at comebacking, but those breaks, unfortunately, from Silryu did set this map in stone, and it is going to be the Rose side here moving on through the winner's bracket. Unfortunately, the Iris side here going down to the losers, but what a great performance by both of these teams, Blank Tap.
Absolutely, it was neck and neck until the coin just does not favor the those who flip it. Sadly, these kinds of star rating, you know, one mistake is all it takes, and sadly, it just, man, I mean, it's a shame because, you know, we could have gone to tiebreaker if things had kept going, but sadly it won't, and we just gotta say our goodbyes for them in the winner's side.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna kill it on losers probably, but yeah, that's my thoughts. What about you, Vinny?
Indeed, this was a very good match between these two teams. I was expecting a very close one, mainly because of the difference in seeding wasn't that high. But yeah, unfortunately, the Iris side here did find some mistakes here in some of these maps, and the Rose side took advantage of those mistakes and ran with it, and they're moving on through the winner's bracket. But we're gonna have more matches right now, and there's gonna be one happening in just 9 minutes between Seed 9 Quick Parsec and C24 Team Flash. So stay tuned for those. There's also going to be the B stream happening between Dadonai and Waddle Bleep. Stay tuned for those matches. And I've been Bernie. Blank Tap will be joining you for this next match, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, afternoon, and or evening. Once again, we are back with yet again another banger of a match. That's right, you thought it was over now. Oh, 15 UTC right now. It's gonna be Team Flash against Quick Parsec. I'm your caster for today. Alongside by me will be the one, the only Tommy. How are you doing, boss man?
Hey, people. I mean, I'm as excited as you can be. As you mentioned before, it is a back-to-back match, and hopefully, I mean, I hope for sure that it is going to be a banger match. Small spoiler, I do believe there is going to be some tomfoolery going on here today, and it is going to be starting off with ban phase because I don't know how about you, Blankta, but I do think that we might see some unexpected bans from Team Rose this time around.
I mean, it is round of 32. You can't really predict anything about anything in these kinds of star rating, especially when these players, they've been up there. They've been at the peak. They've been through the hike and to the top of the mountain. And currently, they are back at the base in this round of 32. They played 7.6 star rating for, but we're going back to the basics. It's 6.8 stars. It's about to get really, really scary when it's consistency and purely consistency. However, do you have a hunch on what they might be picking, Tommy?
Well, if we are talking about picks, it is probably going to be a bit of an easier question, right? But let's just say, let's put it that way. Team Red is much better, at least showed themselves much better in the qualifiers than Team Iris on the DT department, right? And since we have the 3 DTs in the pool right now, it is probably going to be a no-brainer that we are going to be seeing at least some of those on board from Team Red. But I'm not so sure about the banning for Team Iris, because even if we are seeing some great performances on DT from Team Rose, even if we are going to be seeing incredible stuff on those HDs, on those reading maps, I might just expect them to go to ban off number 2. They did not just show themselves really nicely on those a bit of a stamina, a bit of a higher BPM stuff, and I do believe that they might have even less chances than on the map from the qualifiers on the 244 BPM bursts as number 2 is.
It's indeed fair, hardly though. I mean, if you really think about it, this is gonna be very scary, not gonna lie. Because for qualifiers, it's higher star rating. Rose definitely much more comfortable in that region. But Iris, they have quite, the what do you call it? The reputation. It's Chonker, Gabaras, Ascal, how Holonish, these players are an absolute killer on the so-called low star rating, so they gotta be very careful. It seems we're gonna see a Hot Rock 1 ban coming from Rose and a normal 5 ban coming from Iris. I think they're gonna once again pick for those consistency maps, those things that are just simple, straightforward. They're gonna evade anything tricky. Players like Gabaras, Gauhao, very good on the normal 3. You do not want to mess with them on the alt. But Rose, you have guys on. I mean, Yoxpide, he has that aura. That's why they banned number 5. I mean, we have they have their own territory in this maple, and I'm very interested to see how it will evolve, Tommy.
I mean, yeah, definitely the Yoxpide on the other side is definitely a fear factor for Team Iris here, for Team Flash here. But yeah, I do still believe that we might actually see some kind of HD2 be coming in from Team Iris, simply because, well, even considering that Team Red was able to get 2 number 2s on those HDs, right? So they have a team placement of number 2 on both HDs. Team Iris was actually not so far on those HD2. I believe they got something around top 10 placement, and considering that the star rating and overall difficulty of the pool is slightly lower, we might just see some kind of a brawl here. But what is generally why it is so exciting this match for me is that they are not really going to be brawling on different specifics, right? There is a lot of overlaps on their skill sets. There's a lot of possibilities where each of the teams can actually get a point on almost any map in the pool, and it seems like we are going to be starting off with something surprising for me, number 2 pick coming in from Team Flash.
Yeah, I mean, again, Iris' whole gimmick is that they're just that consistent. They're gonna keep it simple and stupid. They're gonna keep anything regarding thinking out of the way, and they just want to play. They don't want those gimmicks. They don't want those reading. They want to see that circle and be able to tap it, logically, without any worries about, varying rhythm and all that jazz. So yeah, no more to is in. And I think something that is up for debate is definitely who is gonna be playing for this one. I mean, these guys are they all have the capability to play this map. It just depends on who is the most comfortable currently. But for Rose, I am not too familiar who's the tapping players are. Do you have any info on that, Tommy?
I mean, if we are going to Team Rose, it is a bit of a throw-up, right? Because generally almost all the players on the team are decent enough on the tapping, right? Tapping skill set. So it might just come down who is feeling better in the day today, right? But I'm pretty sure that we can see someone like Kill coming in from Rose almost on 100%, simply because, well, they shown themselves as a great player on the skill sets. But yeah, it seems like we are still, for some reason, gathering around in the lobby. There might be some small technical difficulties, apologies for that. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what is going to be happening on this number 2, especially after the previous match that we have seen in the UTC 14 time slot as well. We have seen 5 FCs on the board. Can we repeat this situation here? I'm not sure.
Then I'm sure we will be able to erase your doubts soon enough. This is the kind of maps that these kinds of players will be very consistent on. We saw like for FC last time around some iffy, slight breaks here and there, some misses, a bit lapse of the attention span, running out in the or like at the end of the map, causing you to miss on a random note. But I mean, if you just give it a bit more focus, this map is extremely consistent. So we're still waiting for them to come in, and Chonker's just saying my bad, and hopefully we will see a complete roster soon for Team Flash. Good luck, have fun.
Indeed, it seems like good luck of fun is in the chat. That means that we are going to be starting soon enough. The intro is upon us, and honestly, I am really interested to see what is going to be happening right now as the rosters are finally in place. Chunker, Holnies, and Jitterfish from Team Iris are going to be representing Team Flash, and Hivkill, next Hexy, and Satsuki from Team Rose are going to be facing off against them. And as we are getting towards the intro, we can already see that it seems like it is not really a big trouble for any of the teams. There is no immediate accuracy drops, at least not any big ones, and it is just a consistency, almost a stamina game at this point.
Indeed. Holy Shitterish and Chonker for the Team Flash, Hifkel, Hexy, and Satsuki for Rose. 17k difference currently. And Team Flash starting off with a bit of an oopsie. Chonker with a chunky miss, to say the least, on the slow section. And that's gonna throw range into their plan, especially again. This map is very, very comfortable if you are able to play it. And Rose, they got a trio that can do just that. 50k difference and still increasing, Tommy.
I mean, yeah, definitely a big trouble right now for the Team Iris, especially as we are seeing still 3 99% accuracy plays from Team Rose, Team Quick Parcel, and they are only going to try to increase that advantage towards the side as we are slowly getting towards the second half of this map, and this tempo is not going to be letting down. The triples are also going to be starting to come in. Testing some of that finger control at least slightly, trying to drain even more stamina as we are slowly getting towards the actual second KI section of this map, and I hope you are ready to see what is going to happen.
Indeed, Lord have mercy. still 70k difference currently. Jonker has resurrected his combo by quite a margin and chipping away at the deficit that he kind of dug himself into. And slowly but surely his head is popping off of the hole and he is ready to peek onto a grand new world where Iris might be able to take this point back, and it is going to be a reality as we switch to the side of Team Blue on the lead, Tommy.
Yeah, that's, I believe, solid break from Hexy was just a bit too crucial for Team Rose. They are just not able to keep up, as Team Iris is just seem to lock in. They are able to get some performances on board. Chonka, as I mentioned before, with a great performance, great recovery right now, and Jitter Free Hollow is just following right closely behind that as map is finished. 45k score difference will be the name of the game, as Team Iris is going to be picking up the first point of this match, and they are showing up ready to rumble.
Yep. I mean, look at that. 5S rank, 1A rank, a total of 1 miss. And starting off, it's the placement of the miss. I see you, Jonker. I see it. But other than that, you know, Jonker missed in the beginning. Rose, you know, that one player missed in the dead center of the map. And sadly, that's just, you know, I mean, that's 6.8 sample. It is what it is.
That is true, indeed. I mean, it is, as I mentioned before, it is just how it is. 5S ranks is pretty much just repeating this history that we have seen in the previous match that you have casted. And, well, unfortunately, it seems like Team Rose, and especially Hexy, might have actually had a trouble, might have had a luck spike during the play, and that is the reason why they have lost. But, I mean, it is how it is. It is the same game for everyone, and you cannot really account for this type of troubles. The good news for Team Quick Parsec is that there is still a lot of points to pick up, a lot of maps to be played, and a lot of possibility to get a comeback going, especially as the big is going towards their side, and right now it seems like they are going to be looking to get some of their strengths on board with HD2 pick coming in.
This is gonna be very interesting to see. Last time Nomad 5 was banned, or rather last time Hidden 2 was banned and Nomad 5 was picked. This is the opposite of a grid, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be the Resurrection Cup 2026 edit. And it is going to be AR 7.5. I mean, you know, we're gonna be seeing quite a show come from Rose.
I mean, yeah, this map is honestly really interesting to see. There was some discussions, I believe, in the Mampu feedback about this map, but generally I do believe it is, at the very least in the reading department, is easier than the HD2 that we have seen in the qualifiers. And considering the map itself, it is a bit more mechanical, I guess, right? There is a bit of a wider aim, a bit of a more actual test of what you are able to do, right? Which is not a lot for people that are playing this tournament, that qualified for this tournament, but it will still at least drain a little bit of that mental focus, a little bit of that mental fortitude that you might be spending on reading those overlaps that are going to be happening on this HD2. So definitely a bit of a question who is going to be better on this map. YoxPy is going to do what YoxPy is able to do every day, but generally I do believe that Iris Team Flash has some chances for a possible, almost a breakpoint.
It's about to get real dicey, that's for sure. Let's see what they can do. I think we're definitely gonna be seeing, like, it's gonna be hard though, but definitely seeing like a guy or two that is definitely in the roster. Nonetheless, time is definitely running out. Robot Skin already setting up the MP, and hopefully we'll be starting soon enough, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be pretty much just the face of, I believe, right now, YoxPy versus Gao Hao, just pretty much the gimmick player of the Team Flash. And I do believe that he has a lot of chances to at least equalize the scores that YoxPy is at least theoretically able to do as we are hopping into the intro of this one, and you can already just kind of feel what this is about. Some slight overlaps, and it seems like they are already catching some people off guard. Holiness is going to be the first one to find a break in this map intro, especially as well. The score advantage is going quite actually fast towards the Team Rosa side, already sitting at 80k score difference.
Yeah, these perfect stacks as well, just keeping you on your toes. The triples, the overlap. Yeah, it's definitely tricky, jitterish, and Holonies has find themselves a bit of a mess. Gabber is the only one remaining and still holding a beautiful SS, but nothing more than that, sadly. He is one man against three guys, and sadly, a bit outnumbered currently.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm quite surprised not to see Galhao here from the team Flash, but it is what is that is their decision, and it seems like it is not working out for them, at least for now. As you mentioned before, Jitterfish and Home is finding breaks left and right, only traded so far by Satsuki, especially in this halfway point of this one, which is not going to be great for their potential score right now, but especially as we are seeing still Lychee and Yoxpai actually find the break. I did not even notice that. It seems like there is a lot of possibility right now for Team Iris to get some points on board. Gaber still holding the C hole, needs finding some kind of a support combo. Never mind that he will be find the break, but it is still a possibility. Hey, Gaber, it's the only deciding factor right now who is going to be taking this point on board towards their side, towards whose side it is going to be going, and it seems like he's not ready to pull it down as he's still going. The FCs is on board, and the question if it is going to be broken.
Oh my god, I don't think it will be Gabara's ass with the iron will, and oh my days, Yoxpai with just one man against an absolute beast. That FC single-handedly saves Team Flash from reassured destruction. 40k difference. Any less of a score, any less of an accuracy, and they are getting sent to the Shadow Realm. But currently, they gaze back at the void, and they survived. Damn, that's nice.
What a damn performance! Gabriel is actually popping off today, but it is only at second point on board. Very welcome one for sure for Team Flash, but they need to pick up still 3 more to guarantee themselves a win, or 2 more to guarantee a tiebreaker at the very least. The only thing to say is that HG2 was indeed a little bit more of a coin flip than people might have expected with Yoxpai on the team quick parsec, but what matters most is what is going to be picked next, because the pick is again, the balls again is a Team Flash's corner, and honestly, I'm not even really sure what they are going to be going for. Maybe something a little bit unorthodox, like No Mod 3, No Mod 4, which were actually quite closely placed in the qualifiers result between those two teams, but it is going to be a big question for sure.
Yeah, this is a bit of an... Team Rose is at a bit of a crossroad, and they need to figure out which turn to take. But right now, it is not their right to choose their way because it is Iris' turn to pick. And what are we thinking here? What are we thinking here? More DT? More of those speed? More of those mechanics?
I mean, I guess that is one of the possibilities, and it seems like it is going to be kind of the way to go for Team Flash, as DT1 is on board and has been decided to be the next map to play. Honestly, that is one of my favorite, at least, songs in this pool, and as when we are talking about the map itself, it is also quite an interesting one, coming back from 2015, pretty much just a combination of general aim, general mechanics with some of that dusty feeling that you are getting from those old maps. Definitely something to look out for, and honestly, I'm quite surprised. I really thought that there might be some more picks to go for Team Iris, but it seems like this is their decision.
Boy.
It might be also quite interesting to mention that on the DT1, at least in the qualifiers, of course, the map is very different from what it was, but they did have quite a big of a gap. I believe Team Quick Parsec was able to get something north of number 10, I believe, placement throughout all the qualifiers on their score on the DT1, while Team Flash was struggling quite a bit, getting something along the way of number 30 placement. And well, you cannot say that it is not a great moment for them, but definitely something surprising to see on the board from Team Iris.
Then, though, I suppose qualifier doesn't really mean too much when this is what you gotta experience, you know, low SR, all the shenanigans. It's just, you know, it's just a bit unlucky sometimes when you fight against these low star rating demons. But you know, that's what losers thinks. That you just gotta keep on playing, and this TT1 will be yet again another chance for Rose to get a point into their system.
Great words indeed, and we do not have to forget it is only a pick who is going to be actually getting a point towards the side. Is still undecided. There is a lot of possibilities to get it for Team Rose, so let's stay tuned and watch what will happen as the map is finally starting. The intro is here, and it seems like, at least for now, all the teams are feeling quite stacked. Jitterfish, Chunker, and Holonies coming in from Team Iris, while Hifkill, Hexy, and Satsuki again getting some appearances for Team Quick Parsec.
It's starting off. Chunker will be the first one to miss. Struggling quite a bit on the accuracy in the beginning here. Not looking too comfortable, but he's recovering, and that's all that matters. Still 3 FC in the set of Rose. Can they hold on?
That is the question, especially as we are going to be heading towards the first KI section of this map, and it seems like, at least for now, both of the teams are feeling decent enough. The Chunker was the only one to find a break earlier, but it is still not defining their legacy, as the score difference is actually going down little by little towards the Team Flash, but it is not going to be the case for long, as Jitterfish is going to be finding another mistake, finding another break for Team Flash, and now 3 F6 to 1 will be the trouble that Team Flash will have to get over with, as well, we are already halfway through this map.
Oh boy, 200,000 point difference. Never give up, they say, because this is going to be quite a showing. It's a 3v1 situation as Chunker left to defend for himself alongside Holonies.
Yeah, and as we are getting slowly towards the last third of this map, it seems like, at least for now, the Team Rose is just increasing their advantage little by little. There is no shake in their cursor moments, there is no trouble in their breaths, they are still going, and accuracies are holding up quite high as well. I believe all 3 of the players are holding 99, with the exception of Satsuki at 98.56% accuracy from their side, but still great performance, and it is more than enough, at least for now, to get a definite advantage over the Team Flash, especially as the map is ending and there might be just not enough space to get, not enough score, even if Team Rose will be decimated right at this moment.
This is just a bit too much for one man to come back from, and just a triple, double whammy. I mean, triple whammy. I mean, this is just... I'm speechless, you know, 3.6 million team score. Yeah, get out of here. There's a reason that these guys did really well on qualifier, and this is one of them. Very, very strong mental, very, very good performance all around, even at the most basic of jump maps. They will take their breakpoint back, and they will get their own pick now.
I have to mention that we could have... There is no need to discard Team Flash on this map. As you can see, there is, of course, 1 S rank from them, 2 A ranks, but all of the A ranks are only having one miss somewhere in the middle, in the start of the map, and that's it. The only trouble for them is that even if they were able to FC their tries they would still not be able to get over the accuracy that Team Red was able to get. So, still a good try for them, and definitely a much needed break point for Team Rose, as it is now finally their time to pick and try to cover that lead that Team Flash was able to build previously.
Indeed, this is a golden goose opportunity to just equal things out, that's for sure. Oh,
I'm pretty sure we can expect to see a DD2 coming in from Team Rose, possibly, simply because, well, it is stamina. It is 200, I believe, 30 BPM stamina, and it is not really the best skill set that Team Flash are good at, so the number 2 scores from the qualifiers are going to be representing that. I believe they were able to get only number 42 placement in the qualifiers, so definitely something to pick up for Team Quick Parsec, but it's still their decision. There is a lot of maps that they can go for, and it seems like that is actually the case. DD2 is on board, will be picked from Team Quick Parsec, and looking to get another point on board.
alright, TT2 is interesting. Oh my, that's spicy. You know, like they lost number 2, but it doesn't matter because they won DT1. Oh boy. Can't wait, that's for sure.
I do think it is going to be fun indeed. I mean, as I mentioned before, 230 BPM stamina is pretty much the name of the game here. I believe we have seen it in the previous match, and, well, it was quite a joy to see. I believe 1 minute 59 seconds of drain time for this map. Definitely a bit of a question what we are going to be seeing here, especially as the first quarter is pretty much just an intro almost towards this map. We are going to be seeing some of the comfort difference, perhaps some maybe troubles that teams might have, but after we are going to be getting towards that second quarter and everything after, the map becomes unrelentless. There is a lot of just bursts, a lot of streams that you have to get through, and there is not a lot of space to recover, so definitely something to look out for.
I don't know, maybe we'll be seeing like the same also that we saw, you know, on number 2. I suppose there's a bit of a difference between that and this one, but I don't think it's massive enough to warrant a big roster change.
I mean, yeah, definitely, it is going to be interesting, but it seems like we are going to be finally seeing the start of the map. Good luck, have fun is in the chat, and Inter is upon us, as I mentioned previously, as the map is starting, and we already see some of those rosters in the game. They are pretty much the same that we have seen previously. Holonies, Jizzerfish, and Shonker coming in for Team Flash, while Team Quick Parsec is represented by Heathkill, Hexy, and Satsuki. All 6 of the players right now in the lobby are pretty much playing nicely. There is some accuracy drops coming in for Team Flash, but they are not critical ones, at least for now, and it is question if they're going to be able to hold up for the rest of the map.
With the first big and long stream, still looking really good for all of the players, but one team is doing better than the other, and it's the guys with the 99% accuracy average as a whole. 130k difference with no misses. You know, we're in for a real comfort difference between these two teams.
Yeah, and as we are getting towards the second half of this map, little by little, it seems like there is just simple comfort difference. The accuracies are much better towards the Team Rosen side, and as we're getting towards the second pretty much KI section of this map, a second part of a lot of stamina streams that you have to get through, it seems like it is only going to be increasing more and more, especially as Colonies and Choker are going to be finding a lot of those hundreds, even 50s in their streams, in their gameplay as well, Team Rose is still holding quite insane accuracies to their name. 99% accuracy from Hexy is not something that is going to be matched, I believe, in this lobby as we are heading literally the results the last quarter, and 260k score difference between the two teams is not going to be really easy to overthrow unless we are going to be seeing any misses coming in from Team Rose.
Man, this is just absolute insanity. Looking at the score difference, you will think like 2 players missed, but no, they're all still FCing. They're all still holding the full combo. But it does not matter when the accuracy is not there for Team Flash. The Chonker finally finding the miss, but it has never mattered because Rose has done it. They've equalized the match, and that DT2 is the correct choice.
Honestly, that's kind of crazy. I cannot even believe that this is happening. 3 FCs with incredible accuracies from Team Rolls. I mean, I would expect maybe 1, maybe 2 from one of the teams, but what is this what is before us? That is a statement for any future opponents that they are not to be messed with on those speed picks, especially stamina speed picks. But yeah, another point on board for Team Rolls, equalizing the score 2-2 for them, and looking to continue that further into this match as pick is again going back towards the Team Iris, and there is less and less maps to go for them.
Boy, back to the drawing board. The obvious pick is now not really too obvious after that loss. Number 2 win into a DT2 loss is a bit of a stinger, that's for sure. A bit of a stinker, as they would say it. I don't know who will say that, but I would say that they should probably maybe explore A maps. That Hot Rock 1 ban is quite telling, but I have no idea how comfortable they are on those set maps. Either way, this is a tough decision currently because the win is in the side of Quick Parsec. What do you think, Tommy? What should they do here?
Oh man, I am not even really sure. I mean, Quick Parsec is doing incredible. They are pretty much rating almost any map that we have seen so far. Of course, there was some slight mistakes on those HD2 and just unfortunate one miss on Nomad 2, possibly because of the lag spike. But generally, they were just going insane again. So maybe it might be again a possibly good idea to go towards some of these more contested maps, some of the more consistency indeed that we might be seeing in the Nomad 3 and Nomad 4 slots. But it is definitely a bit of a question because, as I mentioned before, it is really close between those teams. There is, of course, a possibility for Team Iris to get some points on board for them, but they have to actually pop off to get those opportunities, and Free Mod 2 will be the field to decide who is going to be getting the next point.
The decision has been made. We're going into anti-mod, Free Mod 2, which is once again very interesting. Banning Nomad 5, losing Hidden 2, and we're going for Free Mod 2. I'm seeing a double Hot Rock angle here. I do think Gabber is good enough to handle everything on the hidden side. So it's all up for the Hot Rock squad in the side of Team Flash to make things happen, or else it's about to get real bad. What do you think of the roster for Quick Parsec, Tommy?
As for the roster, I am pretty sure that we can see Aox Spy coming in as HD player for this. I mean, of course, Free Mod 2 is a bit of a interesting map, let's put it that way, right?
Very groovy.
Yeah, very groovy, very maybe even aim snappy, right? There is some interesting patterns there and there, but generally Aox Spy should be able to get through them bit by bit. As for other players, I do believe we are going to be seeing a double Hard Rock, probably. I mean, of course, there is some people that are doing nicely on HD2, but I do believe that Hifkill and possibly Satsuki are doing good enough on Hard Rock, confident enough on those Hard Rocks to get in and get some great performances of their own on this Free Mod 2. But again, it is a bit of a big decision because I'm still pretty much sure that it should be at least the map is at least partially favored towards the Team Riot here, right? Simply because I do believe that there is not a lot of HR or AT players to really feel the third slot for Team Iris here, and that might be a bad decision from the side.
Yeah, let's see though. Can they prove that this is gonna be a good pick for them? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Good luck, have fun. Here we go.
Here we go, little by little. Hopefully the map is going to be started now. Yes, MP Start 5 is in the chat, and we are going to be seeing finally the Primo 2 of this pool. Really interesting map, as I mentioned before. Maybe... Actually, I completely forgot, it is also a bit of a throwback in time, as it is a map that has been made in the 2016, so definitely a little bit of a dusty feeling, a little bit of a old feeling is going to be observed here as well. But yeah, it seems like at least for now in the start, both of the teams are feeling decently comfortable. Of course, the first mistake will be coming from Team Quick Parcel, with Sasuke finding a break, unfortunate one, in the first quarter, but it will be traded after all by Chunker, and now even the slightest score difference that have been built up towards the Team Iris will be going down little by little.
But it's still very, very competitive on both sides. Gebrasas and Yoxpai still on the hidden FC, Holonis and Hefgale still with a double Hot Rock FC. Sasuke and Chunker needs to make a bit of a difference. They're just brawling on the mud right now, trying to make things happen for their dearest comrades. But still, score difference not budging until we see a mistake from either one of these players.
And for now, both the teams are just fighting for their lives here. I mean, 2 FCs and one recovery combo from both the teams, looking great so far. The only difference is, again, just the accuracies right now coming in from Gaber and Holonis, which are both holding 98 and 97% accuracy respectively, while Team Rose is just not very able to keep up with that performance. But it is still good enough, especially as it seems like for some reason they are just picking up more and more hundreds and more accuracy drops from Team Flash, and that is pretty much the biggest problem for them right now, especially as Chunker is going to be finding another break, not traded this time around by Satsuki. And as we are getting towards the last few nodes of this map, it seems like it is just an unfortunate reality for Team Flash, as they are going to be losing another point, another break point towards the Team Rose, Team Quick Parcel.
Not a good situation, they had it, but they just kinda let go of the grip a bit too early. And now the cookie has definitely crumbled. The momentum inside of Quick Parsec. One correct pick, and I think Team Flash might be dead in the water, but this is going to be very important. They need to find the correct course of action. What is there to do? There's no more pure speed map. There's no more anti-mod. What could they go for?
That is a question, and I do think that we might see the DC3 on board right now from Team Quick Parcel. Again, it is just a bit of a question, a bit of a playing on those DD weaknesses that Team Iris, Team Flash has been showing so far, right? DT1, they were, of course, able to... They were picking it, they lost it pretty decisively, honestly. There is just not much that you can do against Team Rose here. They're doing like some decent performance, but the matchup here for them is just not an ideal one. I'm pretty sure that almost any other team in this tournament would have been a better opponent for them, but it is not the case right now. And it seems like we have seen an interesting pick coming in actually from Team Rose. Nomad 1 is on board.
Boy, this is gonna be spicy, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what can I say? It is Nomad 1, and it's not only a Nomad 1, it's My Chemical Romance 2025 mix. It's gonna be thank you for the Venom. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, time to relive those years. Yeah, it's gonna be 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Generic aim mechanics 207 BPM. It is accessible to even those in kindergarten. This is just vanilla aim up, and it's gonna be fun. And you know, they're gonna do some funny misses in the KI.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they are just banking right now on those consistency, possibly issues on those aim maps from Team Flash, because, well, it is pretty much what they have shown so far in this match and in the qualifiers with the DT1, Free Mod 2, and general performance so far. But yeah, Nomad 1 is on board, and 3 minutes 30 seconds of just general mechanics, general just consistency almost, right? Will be the name of the game, and I'm not completely sure if we are going to be seeing any FCs here, but I'm not taking it off the board, right? As I mentioned before, it is good enough, it is consistent enough, comfortable enough for any of the players, at least in the solo play, but tournament setting is a little bit of a different beast. So let's see who is dealing with nerves a little bit better, as the Nomad 1 is going to be coming in really soon.
Here we go. Good luck, have fun. It's time to aim, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into our tiers. Wonderful coin flip kind of map. Get out of Nomad 1. Good luck, have fun.
Let's see, let's hope, but I'm only a little bit surprised with Nomad 1, considering that HR1 was banned from Team Quick Parsec, but that is still their decision, definitely a map that they are going to be favored to win on, and it is time to start, hopefully, as we might see some unfortunate technical difficulties for a second, but the map is finally starting. MP Start 5 has been sent in the chat, and that intro is going to be coming in shortly, as teams are ready with their lineups, especially with Yoxpy actually coming in from Team Quick Parsec.
Boy. It's time. Starting off, it is going to be all but sunshine and rainbows, but I mean, even then, Hefka and Chonker are already tasting a bit of the rain. Just a bit of those misses in the beginning to start themselves off. It's a 2v2, and now we'll be looking deep into their psyche. Chonker and Hipko doesn't know that the others have missed Hexy as well, you know? So, will they let those misses get to them, or will they be able to recover mentally?
That is indeed the biggest question, especially as we do see that the score difference will be going slightly towards the Team Flash in this intro, simply because of those misses that we have seen come in previously from Team Quick Parsec. But it is still there is still a lot of map to go through. We are only slightly shortened down on the first quarter of this map, and there is a lot of aim buttons to get through, as we do see that there is not a lot of misses coming in now from any of the teams. They were able to recover. The tactical misses have been made, and it is now the time to lock in, time to actually show what you are able to do in the situation. Are you going to be able to guarantee yourself a tiebreaker, or are you going to be just giving away another point towards the other team? It is a question, and it seems like there is no answer, at least for now, for what will be in the future.
Still a 67,000 score difference, still near triple FC in the semi-virus, keeping things nice and hot for them. But will that streak be extinguished? 80,000 difference, still climbing, approaching that 6-digit score difference mark. But actually, recovered, Hefko recovered. The chances are still alive for Quick Parsec, but they need to keep holding on at least until they find a mistake in the side of their opponent.
It seemed like the early misses are pretty much the reason why Team Flash is still holding a score advantage towards the side, 90k, and growing little by little towards that 100k mark. But any misses, any mistakes from their side will be throwing away the performance right out the gate, as it seems like both the teams are trying their best. Their accuracies are dropping at least a little bit as we are getting towards the second build-out, second TI map, TI section of this map, and there is still a lot of stuff to get through. We are getting towards that break. Players are now knowing what is going on in the map, who is still holding the combo, who is in the lead, and the North are going to be even bigger factor right now, as we are seeing more and more hundreds coming in from Team Red, especially from Yoxpy. But it does not matter. The misses is what is deciding who is going to be getting the point towards their side, and Team Iris, Team Flash are not ready to give up, but Gamer is going to be fighting a miss, and that is going to be a possibility, going to be an open wound to get towards for Team Quick Parsec, but they need to still hold their ground, get some of the combo on board. The core difference is going down little by little, but it's not going down fast enough. There is only so much combo left in this map, and you have to get through maybe one of misses, but it is still not guaranteed. The 20k difference, it is going down. There is still only so much.
No way, they did it!
5,000 difference.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, the match is still on. Don't leave your seats just yet. Refill your popcorn, get more water. It's 3-3, and we're going into a guaranteed last pick from each of our team. Tommy, what is going on? Oh my god.
What is going on is absolute cinema, especially coming in from Team Flash. Now, Team Seeded 24 in this tournament, in the qualifiers, are now still facing off against the Team Seeded number 9, Quick Parsec, looking to get towards the tiebreaker little by little, and with another pick going towards their side, the chances are going up. It seems like Team Quick Parsec are just looking like they are famished, like they are just tired. They are not able to get some of that consistency on towards the side, and let's see if they are going to be able to get to lock back in just in the last few maps that they're going to be seeing in this match.
Oh boy. This is just absolutely amazing. C25, bro. Son, yeah, they are the seeders. I can't lie. I absolutely cannot lie. These guys are disgusting. So, we shall continue, I suppose. Going into Iris's pick, what will they go for?
That is the biggest question. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I mean, there is a lot of maps that they can try to go for. There is, as I mentioned previously, quite a bit, Nomad 3, Nomad 4, which are quite close in the qualifiers, sitting between those two teams, but it seems like they are going to be getting towards that HR2, banking on possibly inability or some troubles that are going to be happening from Team Rose here, with Ban coming in from them as HR1, with some just general great performance that they were able to do in the qualifiers round, and just looking to prove again that they are ready, that they are here to fight and possibly win.
Hot Rock 2 though, that is quite iffy at such a high stakes situation. Can they quench their nerves enough to play at such a high CS environment? This is it. It's time for precision, ladies and gentlemen. This is their last pick.
Yeah, I mean, and what actually an insane pick to go for. It is definitely a bit of a more interesting map in this pool, right? It is not so much based on the spacing, right? There is not such a wide jumps or just general aim patterns that you have to get through in this map, but the aim is still here. The 6, I believe, 0.5 CS will be the trouble here, and considering that patterns are very sophisticated, very slightly broken almost, I would say, it will be not so easy to get through them. The general consistency, the general nerve control will be almost a deciding factor, possibly, for who will be getting another point on board towards the side here.
Boy, here we go. Good luck, have fun, Team Flash. Can they actually make this happen? Oh boy. They're just kind of rearranging themselves, it seems, in the lobby. But, ladies and gentlemen, the time is upon us soon enough. It is time for precision. Good luck, have fun.
Map is going to be starting right now. Hopefully the map starts 5. MP start 5, apologies, is in the chat. That means that we are starting after all, and the intro is coming. There is not a lot of space again to just recover. There is the map is very consistent, so we are going to be seeing some comfort difference even in the intro, even in the start of this map, and we are already seeing that the slight accuracy advantage is going towards the Team Rose's side with 2 double SS at least for now, but it can be changed quite easily. I already finding some accuracy drops in this intro, and it seems like for now the things are pretty much standing equally.
Starting off, pretty good start for everyone involved. Still 6 FCs on the board, 3/4 map remains, so lots and lots of treacherous way forward. It's still left to be seen. Bit of a slow section here, a bit of a calm one. As Team Flash and Quick Parsec still trying to hold on as best as they can. Score difference is negligible, but it is on the side of Team Blue. That is a fact, that's for sure. But tell me, this is still an intense situation. LiùSieteSeisQī is being the first one to crack, have killed the second, and now it propagates. Quick Parsec only leaving Satsuki the last pillar to hold the fort, to hold the roof over their head against the storm. That is Team Flash. Thunder is coming, and it's very frightening.
What? That is incredible! Chunker and Gaber are going to be fighting a 3D misses as well, and now the 160k score difference is going to be the only difference that is holding them down, holding them ahead. But Hollow-knees! Satsuki is the one in the driver's seat, the one to bring his team towards another much needed point of this match. The question is, he is going to be able to do that. The score difference is going down, the misses is not coming in, and now the change has been done. The red team is ahead, and it seems like a Satsuki going for that FC is going to be the reason for finding the break. 50k score difference is the only thing left. There is not enough time.
50k difference, guy, tell it on me. There's the break. Here comes the pressure. All eyes on the goat, LiùSieteSeisQī. But there's Cabaras's Hollow-knees. They are body blocking him. But LiùSieteSeisQī going in, aiming, going to get the 3-pointers. Hollow-knees slip, breaking his ankle. LiùSieteSeisQī diving into the court, and that's a slam dunk. Rose will be getting their breakpoint once more. And now they have the opportunity to end this once and for all. Satsuki, his name starts with an S, and his rank is also the same. Lord have mercy, 911. I'd like to report a stolen victory. Oh my god, 800,000. Can you believe it, Tommy? Can you believe it? That is amazing.
I cannot! 800k from Satsuki on this 102 is kind of mental! I mean, you have seen what the map is like, there is just not enough, the CS is high enough to not leave any comfort for any of the players, but it seems like it is not going to be affecting Satsuki, at least not today, as they are going to be the reason the Team Ross is picking up another point towards the side, and now the pressure is again just on. The peak is going towards the Team Quick Parsec, but again, there is not a lot of maps to really go for. Team Alice is feeling good on pretty much anything that is left in the pool, except for maybe the DD3, but it is still a little bit of a coin flip, especially after that Nomad 2 that we have seen going towards their way, and that is incredible to see. I do not know what will be the outcome after the next map.
Indeed, but remember, the match is not over. It's still a low star rating map, and they're going for Nomad 4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gambling Squared. It is plain and simple mathematics. All in on 17 black. Let it ride! Boys a Liar bootleg featuring Octane. And this is gonna be a bit of a consistency tech map at 6.23 star rating. Can you believe it, guys? We're playing 6 stars on an open rank tournament. You know, it's gonna be fun, you know, no tricks, no whatsoever. Oh boy. Oh, this map's gonna be messed up.
Wow, what a map to decide on. I mean, the Nomad 4 is one of the 2 customs that we are seeing from this tournament. It is a very interesting map indeed. It is almost one of the favorite maps of mine in this pool, and finishing up with that is going to be really interesting to see. But as you mentioned before, pretty much the tech aspect is the name of the game here. I do believe it is a little bit of a cut-up map, right? There is basically 2 type of patterns that are repeating. General typing, general mechanics together with just some slight almost cut streams that we are going to be seeing in the first and third quarter are going to be replaced by the actual tech aspect in the second and fourth one. And together it is just creating some kind of a consistency map, as you mentioned before, that is going to be testing if they are actually ready, if the nerves are here, if they are feeling good enough to get a point on board here. And I am really not sure what is going to be happening here. Last time I have seen Yogg-Spy and Galhao in one lobby, I did see Galhao getting an edge on Yogg-Spy in the Edwards Trio Ascension, and the question if history is going to be repeating itself, I do not know, but I am really hyped to see what is going to be the result of this match.
Indeed, I am quite excited as well, my boy. It is time for us to see what's up.
Let's see what's up indeed, as well. Hopefully the map is going to be starting soon, but I cannot blame anyone for taking a break right now. You have to calm down your shaking hands. My shivers are coming down my hands right as we are speaking, but wow, that is just generally a very, very nerve-wracking point to be on, especially if you are a member of Team Flash right now, or a Team Flash supporter as well. They are really showing up that they are indeed possibly slightly underperformed in the qualifiers, and well, the question if they are going to be able to show it even further, get towards the tiebreaker, and possibly get a great performance at that, because the Nomad 4 is going to be starting finally really soon. Good luck, have fun, it's in the chat, and the stakes are on the table. We are going all in.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like it well done or not? Either way, we're gonna have a bit of a stake. Yeah, I know what you mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hungry. No, literally, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner, but this might just be a good meal. Let's get right into Nomad 4.
But first we have to get through some of that atmospheric intro right now. The speeder is just going to be... it seems like there is not a lot of shake actually from any of the players right now, which is a good sign actually, but yeah, the first quarter is before us. There is just simple consistency, simple, like a 6-star map that you might expect with a little bit of a techie aspect to it, but yeah. It's going to be building up quite quickly as we are going to be getting closer and closer towards the actual drop of the map. As you are going to be enjoying this map, enjoying the song that is going on, the streams are coming in, the mechanics are going up, and it is now the question, it is now the time to decide who is going to be worthy to get towards the round of 16 of the Resurrection Cup 2026 Codename Genesis.
Finding the miss, but Hone is finding the first break there early on, and now the Slayer takes a test of absolute precision, a test of your ability to navigate on such a maze. That is this Nomad 4. It's 55k difference. Sasasuki breaks it out, and Hone is having the opportunity but finding a miss himself as well, down to a 2v2 still. 40k difference. These tires are absolutely unforgiving, but Lichi Boba will be absolutely unable to get this thing going. Generation Gabarasa still looking good. These guys are in their element. Hifkill trying to fight back, but against the force there is yin and yang. You better be ready for quite a bit of a thunderous performance, that's for sure. The one as to the other. Generation Gabarasa still holding on very beautiful, Tommy.
Yes, they're trying their best, and their best is working out nicely, especially as you mentioned before, the Hifkill is the only one that is holding combo for Team Rose, for Team Quick Parsec right now, but there is still a lot of map left. They are only halfway through, and as we are getting towards the second build up right now, it seems like, well, Team Iris is the one to be in the driver's seat. The score difference is going up little by little. They're building the ball, trying to get some definite advantage, even in the case of some unfortunate misses coming in from their side, especially as Holonice is able to get some great recovery combos from the side. Gaber is going to be fighting a break together with Jitterfish, and now before the final KI section, it seems like the trouble is in the down, and Team Rose is ready to pick up the slack coming in for Team Flash. The question is, they're going to be able to hold it down for long enough if Skikyu is going to be able to FC this map, the only FC possible in this.
Going to yet again another slider intensive section, but there it is, the rapture has came upon them all. Generation Gabras as the only survivor. 270 combo alongside 200. It's going down slowly but surely, but they need more. They need every single combo possible, and they are praying to Lord, and then they get their blessing. 60k, it's not moving anywhere. Is it too late? Has a Hifkill done enough? There is no combo, ladies and gentlemen. There will not be a tiebreaker because Hifkill is not going to give it to them. Lord have mercy. I mean, can teach old dogs new tricks, and his trick is winning. Rose wins 5-3. Good game, well played. Man, unfortunate break come from Generation Gabber, Tommy.
Yeah, such a great performance, great opportunity for Team Flash. Just incredible match to witness, but unfortunately some highlight players from Team Quick Parsec, Hifkill in particular, are not going to be allowing them to get over their body. They're going to be advancing towards a round of 16 of the Resurrection Cup 2026, and they are going to be doing that quite confidently. The question is if there are going to be any harder matches right now in the round of 16 for them, because this was an absolute cinema, absolute joy to watch, and it could have gone either way, I believe, at any point of this map, of this match.
I mean, you know, that's a 5-star treat right there. Very, very close to a tiebreaker, but just a tad too short, sadly. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Once again, congratulations to the Quick Parsec. They were down 2 points. But they came back 5-3. And that in this skirmission, you know what? Best of luck to them. Team Flash, they'll be going to the losers bracket, but judging from their performance, definitely a force to be reckoned with. But that is all, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Be sure that you are paying attention to our schedules. Plenty of other match is incoming. Some at 17, some at 18. But for today, you know, the last match is at Saturday 18. It'll be casted by Philoxon and Bernie. And yeah, it's gonna be nation against each like one. But other than that, it has been a pleasure. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Blank Tap. My boss here, Tommy. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye bye.